Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the 10th Virtual Festival of Aerobatic Teams. Performance of the virtual Tuskegee Airmen Aerobatic Team. The team was formed in the winter of 2012 in honor of the real-world Tuskegee Airmen of World War II. The team has chosen an airborne opening and will start their display with a pass and trail formation. The leader will then release his solo performer, pull up into a left wing over, and call for a formation change to diamond. And here they are, approaching from the right, your 2014 Virtual Tuskegee Airmen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your camera ready. From the left, your 2014 Virtual Tuskegee Airmen honoring and reflecting the dedication, courage, pride, and precision of the real Tuskegee Airmen of World War II with their Diamond Showcase Pass. Approaching from the right, the main formation will pull into a left barrel roll, followed immediately by a left wing over into a 3G 360 degree turn for the barrel roll 360 combo. From the left, our solo man, Joshua Babyface Nelson, will demonstrate the graceful maneuvering ability of the P-51 with a combination of looping and rolling maneuvers. He starts off with a clover loop. Pulling away from the crowd, pulling up in a 45-degree angle. Execute 1.5 rolls into a split S. Ladies and gentlemen, as our solo approaches from the front, also look back over your shoulders as the main formation approaches from behind. Flying the crimson and gold colors of Tuskegee, watch as a virtual Tuskegee Airman execute the opposing starburst brake. As our virtual Tuskegee Airmen set up for their final maneuver, our solo executes his final series. Coming down out of the vertical, he will pull into a loop. Execute a reverse half cubanate. Right into a 4-point roll. Back up into another reverse half cubanate. Come back across with a slow roll. Now, from the right, virtual Tuskegee Airmen Aerobatic team loop and brake for landing. You'll notice our aircraft aren't numbered as would be usual for an aerobatic team. We derive our distinction from the pilot we represent and are called by the position we fly. Leader, right wing, left wing, etc. Each pilot of the team has personally researched and selected which Tuskegee pilot he wishes to represent, and his aircraft markings and nose art reflect that pilot's aircraft as close as possible. The team's general aircraft paint scheme represents a composite of the 4 Tuskegee Airmen P-51 squadrons, the 99th, 100th, 301st, and 302nd Fighter Squadrons. The 99th is represented by the blue trim tabs on the rudder and elevators. The 100th is represented by the red wingtips. The 301st is represented by the yellow outer wing bands. And the 302nd is represented by the red and yellow nose cowling stripes. We also proudly displayed the original pilot's name on the left side of the canopy and the virtual pilot's name on the right side. But no, they won't land just yet. The virtual Tuskegee Airmen want me to tell you a little bit about the pilots they represent as they perform individual flybys. Now, up first, inbound from the right, performing a super slow roll, is formation leader Ron Shadow Lamb, flying Alice Joe, originally flown by Captain Wendell O. Pruitt. As well as being one half of the gruesome twosome, Captain Pruitt also assisted with permanently disabling a destroyer in June of 1944. He flew 70 combat missions, credited with 3 aerial victories, 8 aircraft on the ground, and the warship, which earned him the Distinguished Flying Cross and the Air Medal with 6 Oak Leaf clusters. Next, screaming by in a high-speed pass is right-wing pilot Matt Phantom Crawford, flying in Major Joseph DuBois Ellsbury's Jodabel. Major Ellsbury was the first ever to lead his men to disable a destroyer using only their 50 caliber machine guns in June of 44. 1 month later, he shot down 3 Focke 190s in one day. 8 days later, he shot down a Bf 109, becoming the first Tuskegee Airman with 4 aerial victories. Captain Ellsbury won the Distinguished Flying Cross, the Air Medal with 6 Oak Leaf clusters, and other medals for his heroism. Again from the right, executing an inverted to inverted roll is the left-wing pilot Michael Gooneyberg Crosby, flying Bunny, Miss Kentucky State. Originally flown by Captain Roscoe C. Brown Jr., who flew 68 missions from August 44 to March 45, and is credited with shooting down a German FW-190 and also one of the world's first jet fighters, the ME-262. Captain Brown was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross and the Air Medal with 8 Oak Leaf clusters. Coming in low and fast as you can go without taking up farming is our slot and outer right winger, James Atack Herford, flying Captain Edward Toppin's Topper 3. As a member of the 99th Squadron and the 332nd Group, Captain Toppins flew in 141 missions, officially credited with destroying 4 enemy aircraft and 1 problem. He was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross, Air Medal with 5 clusters, ETO ribbon with 7 battle stars, and the American Defense Medal and the Victory Medal. Flying by in an 8-point roll is our solo and outer left wing pilot Joshua Babyface Nelson, flying Tall in the Saddle, originally flown by Lieutenant George Hardy. Lieutenant Hardy joined the 99th Fighter Squadron April 1945 at the very young age of 19 years. During the war he completed 21 combat missions escorting bombers. Later post-war he flew P-47s, B-29s, and finished his flying career with the AC-119K gunships during Vietnam. His decorations include the Distinguished Flying Cross with Valor and the Air Medal with 11 Oak Leaf clusters. But to only recognize the great accomplishments of a few men would undermine the overwhelming accomplishments of the many. Together, the Tuskegee Airmen participated in 1,378 combat missions and 179 bomber escort missions, in addition to eliminating an array of motor vehicles, enemy weapons, seafaring vessels, and other forms of enemy transportation. For an unparalleled display of bravery and patriotism, these men received 3 Distinguished Unit citations for their heroics above Italy and Germany. Individual accolades comprised 96 Distinguished Flying Crosses, 744 Air Medals, 14 Bronze Stars, 8 Purple Hearts, and at least 1 Silver Star. Over recent years, historians have made these individuals and collective accomplishments the topics of much discussion and debate, but no argument can diminish the magnitude of the contribution of these airmen. And finally, the virtual Tuskegee Airmen Aerobatic team would like to render their deeply felt honor and respect for the memory of one of their own, known to them by the call sign Sniper, who passed away just recently. He was their tech guru, creator of their fabulous P-51 sound pack, and creator of much of the fine detail of the Tuskegee Mustang skins. They will be executing a missing man formation, but normally which is flown by the right-wing pilot, will be executed by our left outer wingman, as this was Sniper's old position as a solo pilot. Ladies and gentlemen, from the right, the missing man formation pass. You will be missed, sniper. As the team reforms in pairs for landing, we want to draw your attention to the two static display aircraft in the center of the spectator area. The first aircraft, named by request, was originally flown by 1936 West Point graduate Benjamin O. Davis. He was the first black officer to solo in an Army Air Corps aircraft. In July of 1942, after promotion to the rank of lieutenant colonel, he was named the commander of the 99th Pursuit Squadron, the first all-black air unit. In 1943, he was given command of the 332nd Fighter Group. During the war, the airmen commanded by Davis compiled an outstanding combat record against the Luftwaffe. His post-war career encompassed posts from Pentagon staff to overseas commands. He retired from active service in February 1970 at the rank of Lieutenant General. His decorations include the Air Force Distinguished Service Medal, Army Distinguished Service Medal, Silver Star, Legion of Merit with 2 oak leaf clusters, Distinguished Flying Cross with 4 oak leaf clusters, Army Commendation Medal with 2 oak leaf clusters, and the Philippine Legion of Honor. The other aircraft was the choice of our late team member, Sniper, the Ina Macon Bell, originally flown by Lieutenant Colonel Lee A. Archer, Jr. Archer is considered by some as the first and only black U.S. pilot to earn an ACE designation. While flying with the 302nd Fighter Squadron, Archer flew 169 combat missions, flying the Bell P-39 Air Cobra, Republic P-47 Thunderbolt, and the North American P-51 Mustang. While with the 332nd Fighter Group, he teamed up with Wendell O. Pruitt, and together they were known as the Gruesome Twosome, the most successful pair of Tuskegee pilots in terms of aerial victories. Archer's decorations include the Distinguished Flying Cross, the Air Medal with 18 clusters, the Distinguished Unit Citation, and many other unit and service awards.
level and true. If you'd live to be a gray-haired wonder, keep the nose out of the blue. Flying men guarding the nation's border, we'll be there, followed by more. In echelon, we carry on, nothing will stop the Army Air Corps. Here's the toast, the hopes of those who love the vastness of the sky. For friends, we send a message of his brother men who fly. We drink to those who gave their all of old. Down we roar to soar the rainbow's pot of gold. The hope, men we hope, the Army Air Corps.
Off we go into the wild blue, yonder keeps the way, level and true. If you live to be the gray-haired wonder, keep the nose out of the blue.
Flying men guarding the nation's border, we'll be there, followed by more. In echelon, we carry on, nothing stops the Army Air Corps. Nothing stops the Army Air Corps.
Virtual Tuskegee Airmen being be a show here, a normal S-turn used to clear ahead of the nose while taxiing. It has been a pleasure performing for you today. If you have any questions, comments, and are interested in joining the team, you can reach us at virtualtuskegeeairmen.com. From all of the Virtual Tuskegee Airmen Aerobatic team, have a great afternoon and enjoy the rest of the air show.